Welcome to your weekly airplane news update. We have 4 stories for you this week and then a 5th one after that. The House passes a NOTAM Task Force bill, the Electric Zenith CH750, and then the last 747 that leaves the factory. That's a bit sad. And then charges on a plane crash that happened in Colorado. And then finally, a way to ask your questions that's going to come bi-weekly. Let's get to it. Your first story this week is the U.S. House of Representatives that passed a bill, 424-4, to pass the NOTAM Improvement Act. Can we please take a break and rejoice here? The NOTAM have been a nightmare for a long time now. This is a broken system, and I think the recent issue that there was with the NOTAM finally put light on this system. The act would create a task force that is run by the FAA to basically stabilize the prehistoric computer system that distributes the NOTAMs. The goal would be to reduce the chances of any more NOTAMs outages like we had that resulted in ground stops and delayed thousands of flights. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is something I'm really excited about. I don't see, quite frankly, why we still have a NOTAM system that is not something that's live. Think about it. The NOTAMs are designed to create an update on things that haven't been updated on charts. We don't really use paper charts anymore. Most people are going to be using an electronic version of paper charts. And I don't understand why we can't have data that's published once a day and all the information being pushed to everyone that's flying out there, especially when you think about the amount of NOTAMs that are being created for absolutely really no good reason. So I hope this task force succeed. I think this is going to be a big step forward. NOTAMs have actually led to accidents because pilots don't often read the NOTAMs because there's just such a vast amount of them available for specific airports. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. I hope this is something positive comes out of that. All right, your second story this week is an Electric Zenith CH750, which has completed its first flight. The goal is to test the range, the endurance, the payload, and then other performance limitations with different types of battery configuration. The electric aircraft has been in production for the last 3 years for a non-for-profit called NONCATS, which hopes to use the aircraft to transport doctors, teachers, and then medical supplies to remote portions of Africa. So I'm kind of excited about this. Your third story this week is a bittersweet one. The last Boeing 747 has left the Boeing plant to be delivered. The first 747 flew in 1969, and then for the last 50 years, it's been flying nearly everything and everyone, including even the space shuttle. Newer and more efficient aircraft resulted in a decrease in demand for that specific platform, which most airlines use now for cargo. After over 1,500 747, the last one will be delivered to Atlas Air, which uses it for cargo. Your fourth story this week is a plane crash out of northern Colorado near Fort Collins. Last September, a Cessna 172 was seen flying erratically over what's called the Horsetooth Lake, buzzing boaters before turning west towards the mountain and then crashing. The FBI investigated and determined that the pilot's action did not meet the criteria for federal charges, but charges were filed by the county against the pilot, who has since actually fled the country. Not a good thing to do. All right, and then the last story this week, we're going to be having a bi-weekly live Q&A session for all of our airplane students. If you're currently studying for one of our courses and you're looking for the ability to talk a bit more about your training or about a specific question, specific topic, then this is going to be your chance. The first event is going to be scheduled for Tuesday, February 14th. We'll have more information later this week, so be sure to check your email if you're a student. And then if you're not subscribed to the channel, this is a good chance to do it. You'll get notification of those live events. And that's it. That's all I have for you. We'll see you next week. Can we please take a break and rejoice here?